Coming up tonight on YCN News, Hartford, Vermont may allow taller buildings to be constructed in town. A 14-year-old teenage boy from Vermont faces a February court date for leading the police on a joyride. And learn about a charitable event coming up at Ragged Mountain Resort. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening and welcome to this Tuesday edition of YCN News. I'm John O'Connor. A proposed mixed-use building in the Upper Valley could bring Hartford to new heights, building heights that is. Developer Bill Bittinger requested and received the green light for a 60-foot tall complex near Bridge and Main Streets. The building would include retail shops, office space, and apartments as part of Bittinger's plan for the building, which would be near the Windsor County Courthouse. The 60-foot building height limit is 20 feet higher than now allowed in this part of town. Bittinger's plans call for a design higher than 40 feet tall. A public hearing last week about the project met no resistance from anyone in the audience. Hartford Planning and Development Director Lori Hirschfield told the Valley News allowing for a taller building at this site is not spot zoning. That's because other buildings in that area are affected, not just Bittinger's project. An elementary school employee who reported seeing a man with a gun walk through the school parking lot is now charged by police for making a false report. 21-year-old Rebecca Parker of Washington, New Hampshire, was arraigned today in Claremont District Court on the Class B misdemeanor charge. The charge stems from Parker's alleged false report to school officials and police on November 17th. The report led to a lockdown and early dismissal of Maple Avenue school students. A plea of not guilty was entered today in the court on Parker's behalf. She remains free on personal recognizance with a condition not to contact the school. A court hearing on February 23rd is scheduled. Dairy farmers in Vermont and New Hampshire have until Friday to sign up for a program to protect them from income highs and lows. The Margin Protection Program aims to help dairy farms by keeping cash flow steady, even if profit from milk sales change. When dairy milk prices fall, the insurance plan will keep money to dairy farmers on an even keel. U.S. Representative Peter Welch says the Margin Protection Program will protect dairy farmers from the booms and busts of milk production. To learn more, go online to futurefordairy.com. MMP information also can be found through the UNH and UVM extension services. And check out fsa.usda.gov. Guides on the site can help dairy farmers determine how much insurance is needed for their farm. The UVM extension service can be reached at 802-349-2966. For the New Hampshire, it's 603-862-1520. The Margin Insurance Plan is part of the Farm Bill passed earlier by Congress. Coverage includes price protection for the last 4 months of 2014 and all of 2015. Once a milk producer enrolls, he or she must remain in the plan until the Farm Bill expires in 2018. But producers can adjust their insurance coverage based on milk volume and other factors. To help track and manage finances from the town and school, a new board may be established in Newport, New Hampshire, reports the Eagle Times. To be known as the Newport Finance Organization, the proposal was introduced yesterday night during a select board's meeting. The panel would be run independently from any existing town or school board. Town Manager Paul Brown says having a combined town and school district finance office to check and guide spending and savings is allowed by state law, based on his research so far. The plan is in its earliest stages, and YCN News will follow this as it develops. A group of parishioners from the Upper Valley have a new place to call their spiritual home. A vacant church building on West Lebanon's Maple Street is vacant no more, now that it has been purchased by the Providence Presbyterian Church. Pastor Tim Herden tells the Valley News that the congregation is pleased to have a new place to worship. The 11,000 square foot church, once used by the Seventh-day Adventist Church until 2011, was purchased by Providence Presbyterian with the help of an anonymous donor. The price of the building? $189,000. They make inkjet printheads at this Lebanon company, and now they're the recipient of a state manufacturing grant from New Hampshire. Fujifilm Dramatics, Incorporated of Lebanon, will use its Job Training Fund grant for up to $17,850 to train 140 employees in lean manufacturing with the New Hampshire Manufacturing Extension Partnership. When YCN News returns, we'll learn about a charitable event coming up at Ragged Mountain Resort.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm John O'Connor. It's National Giving Day, a day marked around the world when people are encouraged to give back in time, service, and money to groups who need support. And on that note, our next story takes us to Ragged Mountain in Danbury, New Hampshire, where they are in the spirit of giving. Let's learn more.
Well, since we're about to open here at Ragged Mountain Resort this weekend on Friday, our first big event is going to be a benefit for the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth-Hitchcock. And this event is super important to us as a resort because we're going to be giving back to our local community. And I feel like part of what we're trying to do here is to get our community involved. It's a great charity, and we're going to be donating at least $10,000 of the funds from that day to the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth-Hitchcock. We are going to be selling lift tickets for $25, so they'll be affordable for everybody. Again, that goes back to the community outreach. We have a list of events planned for the day. We have a storyteller, Simon Brooks, coming down. He's going to perform for an hour. We have University of New Hampshire's Not Too Sharp. They're an a cappella group. They're coming down. They're going to do an hour's worth of a cappella performance. We also have free ice cream sundaes for everybody, so bring the kids down. We have Miss Teen New Hampshire coming. She's going to be performing for us as well. In addition to that, we have all the great snow here. In addition to those ticket sales for skiing, we will have a silent auction available to people where they can bid on some wonderful items like a new pair of skis or a snowboard. One thing we're especially excited to auction off at the silent auction at our Ragged Mountain Resort Benefit Day is the first coveted ride on our brand new high-speed quad. We've replaced the aging Spear Lift, and instead of a 14-minute ride, we're now going to have a 4-minute ride to the top of Spear Peak. And then we also have a live auction, and we're going to be auctioning off the retired Spear Lift chair.
Remember the event this Friday, December 5th. Check out the resort's website at raggedmountainresort.com. A 14-year-old teenage boy from Vermont faces a February hearing before a family court judge for leading the police on a joyride. The boy is not being named because he is a minor. He is charged by police with attempting to elude and careless and negligent operation of a motor vehicle. A complaint of someone driving a black Dodge pickup truck erratically brought police to the East Corneth General Store on Route 25. When police approached the truck, the driver sped away. State police pursued the truck, and sometimes the teen drove in the dark, turning off the truck's headlights to elude troopers. The chase continued onto Fairground Road, speeds reaching 50 miles per hour on a slippery street. The teen drove across a homeowner's lawn where the Fairground and Tappan Hill roads intersect. That's when he lost control of the truck, driving into a ditch and getting stuck. Once issued a citation for the court date, his parents took the boy home. Police are charging a 53-year-old man from Killington with operating under the influence, including smoking pot while driving. Ralph Schneider was stopped Sunday night on Route 103 in Chester, Vermont. Police say Schneider wasn't staying in the traffic lane and a rear license plate was not properly displayed on the car. Schneider performed a field sobriety test under police watch and consented to a preliminary breathalyzer test. Police arrested him for suspicion of a DUI and drugs. Schneider drove to Vermont from Springfield, Massachusetts. A December 16th court date is set in White River Junction. When YCN News returns, we'll join River Valley Chronicle's Elizabeth DeRazio, who spoke with Claire Lassard, the director of the Claremont Senior Center.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm John O'Connor. Let's join Matt McDonald for weather and sports.
Thanks, John. Tonight we may have snow and sleet. Freezing rain is expected after 3 a.m. Lows will be around 26 degrees. Tomorrow, rain is expected with highs in the 40s. Wednesday night may bring a chance of rain and snow. Lows will be in the 20s. Thursday will be mostly sunny with a high near 33 degrees. Then Thursday night will be partly cloudy with a low around 18. Please be advised, there may be school delays tomorrow morning due to freezing rain. And now let's take a look at our community calendar. Tomorrow, the Lebanon City Council meeting will take place at 7 p.m. at City Hall. The Norwich Select Board meeting will take place at 6:30 p.m. and the Charlestown Select Board meeting will also take place at 6:30 p.m. Remember, you can submit local events from your community by sending them to news@ycnnow.com. Let's preview some upcoming Manchester Monarchs hockey games. On Friday, December 5th at 7 p.m., the Monarchs will face the Portland Pirates at the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland, Maine. On Saturday, the Monarchs will be back in Manchester to take on the Norfolk Admirals at 7 p.m. Both of these games should be exciting as the Monarchs are off to a strong start this season.
Thanks, Matt. When we return, we'll look back to my interview with Peter Galbraith.
The YCN News continues in a moment.